case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In a landmark case that touched on constitutional rights and federal firearms law, Frank Tott was convicted and lost his appeal in the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit in 1942. The saga began when Tott was apprehended for stealing cigarettes from an interstate shipment. The subsequent arrest unearthed a firearm, despite Tott's prior violent crime conviction. This discovery led to a charge and conviction under the Federal Firearms Act. Big trouble for Tott with his criminal history checkered with violence. Nevertheless, Tott launched an appeal, arguing that the discovery and seizure of the gun in question had violated his Fourth Amendment rights. He further asserted that the law that the weapon was reported under breached his Second Amendment rights. Tott went on to challenge the presumption that his possession of the firearm occurred after the law was enacted, presenting evidence that he had the gun prior to the implementation of the law. However, the court was unpersuaded. They ruled that the seizure was legal, asserting that Tott's Fourth Amendment rights had not been violated. The court also dismissed Tott's claim that the law under which his gun was reported was unconstitutional, thus thwarting his Second Amendment argument. The court maintained that the defendant had the onus of presenting credible evidence to rebut a presumption, dismissing Tott's claim that he possessed the gun before the law was in effect. Additionally, the court upheld the constitutionality of Section 902(f) presumption if there was a rational connection to the proved fact. Finally, the court recognized that Congress does have the power to mandate employers to maintain records for law enforcement purposes, even in the cases of intrastate transactions. This was under the penumbra doctrine, which grants Congress authority that falls under the shadow of its enumerated powers. Ultimately, the appeals court upheld Tott's conviction for violating the Federal Firearms Act, adding another chapter to the ongoing national dialogue on gun rights, criminal recidivism, and the constitutionality of these laws.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.